So hi guys, Tim here, going to do a bit of a military history video today, and this one will be on the birth of the modern British Army from 1662 onwards. This video will be mainly looking at the birth of the modern British Army, so the 1600s essentially. So well, before I get started, this will either be a bit of a boring video, watching or staring at the Military Collector's Bible, Military Collectibles book, for the whole video. The reason why is I don't actually have anything that dates back to the 1600s in terms of military, sadly. But yeah, without further ado, I'll get started. So the British Army has been around for many years, right from chivalry, knights in armour, British cavalry, crossbowmen at the Battle of Agincourt and things like that. But the birth of the modern British Army, as we know it, really with changes, but really has stayed the same, was in 1662 with King James. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. King James the First basically formed the modern army. He essentially, when he was in power, took power, he made this reform of the British Army to what it is essentially now, modern, because the British Army was really still knights in shining armour type of thing. It hadn't really evolved from the medieval warfare, but of course from 1662 right through 17, 18, 19, even to the 21st century, it had updated right through the years. So 1662, the birth of the modern British Army comes along. But prior to the 1660s, when we had the English Civil War going on in the 1640s, 1650s, the British Army, were essentially being being colorized or categorized with their units by actually wearing their regimental colors. For example, they would wear red, or they would wear blue, or they would wear yellow or green, depending what regiment they're in or unit. But in 1645, the order came out that the cheapest dye and the cheapest colour to have for one single British Army, because the British Army really just wanted to standardise on one colour back in the 1640s, because it's a bit confusing really with many colours and a bit expensive, all the dyes for so many different colours, yellow, this, green, that, all that stuff. So the British Army, standardised on wearing just red, and that was in 1645. And then you get the tactics, very famous tactics, like the Swedish sleeve and the Dutch counter march, which are form of line infantry tactics, which I described on my British military tactics through the ages series, which if you want to have a look at that, that's a great series I put together. So then, of course, when you get up to the birth of the British Army modernised, or really King James II modernised the British Army in 1662. The very first ever, if you can class as modern battle, or the largest battle on Irish soil, is the Boyne on the 1st of July 1690, and really we get kicked off or started really from then, with modernising on the European stolen tactics of the Swedish and the Dutch tactics, Dutch countermarch, Swedish sleeve, that sort of thing, and we evolved it from that to our tactics, which we used right through the 1700s and evolved it and updated in the 1800s. But as I say, this video was really only talking about the 1600s and partway through the birth of the British Army in 1662 by King James, which of course is with, give or take, regiments, units, ways of life, lifestyle, is essentially what we have today guarding British soils. So thanks for watching, guys, have a good one, and hopefully this video was enjoyable, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.